yo. I'm on a hustle, I'm on the grind. Everything I see, I make it mine.
Hey, what's up, guys? Kevin here with Eye on the County. We're starting something new, a little cooking program here. So, obviously I'm the food dude. See this thing? Yeah, dude. There's a lot of food in there. Alright, so here we go. Today we're making one of my favorite meals ever. A couple of friends of mine and myself were sitting around one day watching the soccer match, drinking some beers, and we were like, we really just want something fried, fatty, and delicious. So we came up with this sandwich, which is like a schnitzel. If you guys don't know what a schnitzel is, it's a piece of meat, basically any kind of meat you really want, pounded flat and thin. We're using pork today. You pound it really thin, bread it, fry that sucker, throw some sauerkraut on it, and go to town. So we decided we were going to make something a little different. We called it the Deutsch bag, because, you know, we're a bunch of Deutsch bags over here. But we got a big King Hawaiian bun, like these right here. These are the smaller ones. We call these the sliders, regular sized burgers. We put schnitzels on these King Hawaiian buns, smear some awesome horseradish sauce, brown mustard, and sauerkraut on there, and it is amazing. So here we go. Jump right into the recipe. What you're gonna need for this dish is gonna be King Hawaiian bread, or really whatever kind of bread you want, but to make the official Deutsch bag, you need King Hawaiian bread. Swiss cheese. Whatever meat you prefer, pound it flat. A little bit of flour, breadcrumbs, some eggs, and of course, you can't cook German food without beer. Alright, and I know a lot of people don't like sauerkraut, but I sure do, so we got the big jar. Alright, so we're going to start off and make the flour the way it needs to be made. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the pepper, take a little pepper, put some pepper in your flour, put a little pep in your step there. You don't have to use a lot, however much you prefer. Got a little salt here, put some salt in there. And I like garlic, doesn't necessarily call for garlic, but hey, I'm going to put some in there anyway, why not? Okay, if you want some heat, add some cayenne pepper, it doesn't matter, it's your dish. Season everything to taste. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and mix that up real quick. And before we start breading, we got to make these suckers flat. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can have a meat tenderizer, use a hammer, you can use a rolling pin, you can use someone you don't like forehead, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to use. Today I'm just going to use my fist because I don't honestly own a meat tenderizer. I've always just punched them. I found out earlier today I didn't have anything to put it between. I like to put it between some stuff so it doesn't splatter everywhere. So I just cut open a couple of sandwich bags. Make it do, you know? That's what we do around here. So you want to lay it down in here in the middle of your sandwich bag or your parchment paper or whatever you want to use. That way it doesn't splatter out the ends. And get your trusty handy dandy tool here. You want to pay close attention to the edges, otherwise they're going to stay up, and you want to get it really flat, that way it's good and crispy. Turn it over, make sure the other side gets a bit beaten. Now you can use a left, throw a couple lefts on it. Alright, so we got that one nice and thin, pounded out the way we want it. Alright, so we'll come over here. Got a couple eggs, crack our eggs, drop them down in there. You're going to want to lightly whisk these, just kind of lightly beat them. I'm just going to use a fork, I'm not going to use a whisk, because I'm not a professional, but I know how to make good food. Alright, so, got your egg, lightly beaten, just like your meat. That came off a little wrong. Trying to keep a straight face. Just like your protein. Yeah, alright. Line up the counter. It's always best to clean as you go, that way you don't have a huge mess later on at the end of the day. Alright, take the piece that you've already pounded out flat. Get a light coating of flour on there. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta pour the beer in something, don't I? Boom! Got him on point. On standby. Ready to go. I'm gonna use my handy dandy bottle opener. Looks like Deadpool. By the way, movie's coming out next month. Gonna be awesome. Pop this sucker open. Pour a little beer in there. Look at that. That's a real beer. You can't see through it. All right. So, got a little bit of dust on there. Dip it in the beer just a little bit. You don't have to cover it or coat it or anything. Just a little bit. Back in the flour. This way you get a nice coating of this flour and a good flavor from the beer. Last but not least here, run it through the egg here. Just enough to get it a little stickier. Makes a nice base for your breadcrumbs to stick to. Then we're gonna take them, drop it right here in the breadcrumbs. Boom, boom, boom. There you have it. There's your first breaded piece of the Deutsch bag. So we're gonna go to commercial real quick while I feed up the rest of this and get ready for it to be ready to be fried.
Ken's Pizza in Athens, a sponsor of EOTC for 2 years. For delivery or catering, call 903-675-8507. Some of the best pizza in town. Don't miss out on Wing Wednesday from 5 to 8 with special prices on bone-in or bone-out. Don't forget about the award-winning salad bar and the awesome buffet, Monday through Sunday, 11 to 2 and 4:30 to 8. Stop on by at 505 South Palestine Street in Athens.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and finish battering these last few pork chops here. Get them up in the egg right there. Put them over here. Oh, see, I made a mistake. I forgot to put it in the beer again, but that's all right, because you know what's cool about this? You can dip it in the beer anyway. It doesn't freaking matter. Just get it in there. You just want that flavor from the beer. It's not a huge deal. We'll go ahead and dust it one more time. Get it a little dusty. Yeah. This one's going to be real crispy, apparently. And we just bust it off in there one more again. We'll do these last ones real quick. Dust it. Get it drunk. Feed it breakfast. Send it to bread. See that? Yeah. All right. Totally just came up with that off the top of my head, right on the fly. See, I could be like the fly guy with the eye guy cooking food with some dudes in the... Okay, I'm gonna stop. We're gonna go ahead and put that over there and do our last one real quick. Dust it. Don't just stand there, dust your food. Well, want it. You got it. Get it drunk. You want it, baby, you got it. Go ahead and put a little more flour on there. Boom, slap it in the egg. Egg slap. Pop, pop. And a little bit of breadcrumb that's left. Just kind of shake it. Make sure we get it all on there. We don't want to waste nothing. Hey, and if you got pets, scramble up the egg. Give them a little egg. It's not going to hurt them. I'm not a vet, so it might, but I feed my dog egg and table scraps and stuff all the time, and she loves it. All right, guys, I'm going to go over here and wash my hands real quick, and then we're going to go to the deep fryer. All right, guys, I'm going to use this opportunity to let you know when using raw pork, eggs, or really any kind of raw foods, as far as meats go, you're going to want to disinfect everything when you're done to cut down on getting sick, like bacteria and stuff. You don't want to get sick. I use bleach. Man, bleach kills it. And to make it smell good, I got a girlfriend. She does that. She puts these little smelly good things around the house. So I like the way bleach smells. Apparently, she thinks it smells like a hospital or something. All right, so let's walk down here to the fryer. We got our oil nice and hot. I let it cook on medium for a little bit until it gets really good and hot. And then I'll crank it up a little bit while we're cooking. So let's go ahead and throw one of these in here. That's what you want to see. By the way, cast iron, totally what's up when you're cooking. Throw a couple in there. You don't want to overload it because we want to reduce the risk of grease fires, like that one that almost popped up. All right, so while these are cooking, we're going to be going back and forth between this and our King Hawaiian buns. Go ahead and rip some hands off one more time. I got a griddle over here that's heating up, And we're just gonna lightly toast these buns because you don't want to put something that delicious on something so squishy. I mean, come on, who wants to do that? I'm not gonna put any butter on it because we got enough grease coming with this meal. If you know what I'm saying over there. If anyone's in the mafia, that was not a joke against Italians. Don't shoot me. Don't get me whacked. Alright, so let's get this kind of going and toasting up. Let these things get nice and toasty, and check out what we got going on over here. Got my little handy dandy dollar store football themed for the Super Bowl tongs here. They're for grilling, but hey, who wants to stand over how greasy and popping things and stuff? Look at that, beautiful brown, golden brown from the panko. Just let it cook a little bit more so the pork's nice and done. Turn them over. The other side, get a chance. I'm gonna turn them slow. Look at this. Might put like some music with that or something. I don't know. That way, just because it's so beautiful, you just want to look at it. Got a little pan here, a little pot. Not a professional kitchen. This is the home kitchen. We use what we got, right? All right, got a pot right there. Go ahead and clean up some of this grease that's splashing out. Take a sip. My tea here. All right, now these are kind of floating up to the top. They're not sitting on the bottom. They're nice and crispy. Got a nice color to them. Just take them out. Throw them over here into the strainer. Let that grease get off of them. And I'll be ready for some buns here in a little bit. Put another couple in there. By the way, these aren't just for me. I'm feeding 5 people tonight, and my Deutsch bags are pretty gigantic. The original Deutsch bag sandwich was 4 schnitzels, a giant loaf of King Hawaiian bread, 12 pieces of Swiss cheese, a pound of curly fries, and sauerkraut, horseradish sauce, and brown mustard. Or not sauce, not horseradish sauce, but actual horseradish. So we're gonna go get another word from our other sponsor.
Come and take it. Food, wine, and beer. Located at 301 East Larkin Street. Don't hesitate to stop by on January 30th for their monthly wine tasting. Come and take it. Proud sponsor of Iona County for 2 years.
All right, guys, we got our last 2 cooking. They're looking freaking good over here. I don't know why I get all Italian. Well, I guess Bronx-ish New Yorker when I'm cooking, but hey, who knows? What do you know? Never been there, but obviously that's where my soul's at. All right, so these are done. Turn the oil off, so they'll sit over here and cook and burn. Pow! Let's go over here to this beautiful fried plate of deliciousness while these cool off and strain. All right, guys, we got our buns over here. They're getting nice and toasty. As you can see, they're kind of crisping up. Now, Gordon asked me during the break here, why didn't I just shove them all on there at once? Usually I do if I'm just cooking at home and I'm using butter, because butter kind of cooks in there and caramelizes and just toasts it real quick and adds a really cool flavor. Because, I mean, who don't love butter? But the reason I don't put a lot of stuff real close together whenever I'm using a griddle or in a skillet or anything like that is it's got to have room to move, room to breathe, so it can actually get a little toasty and crispy. Otherwise, it's going to get soggy and mushy. I mean, just try it out, see what you think. That's the way I learned it, so that's the way I always do it. All right, so now we're going to get down to the business here, all right? Y'all ready to get the business? Because you fitting up. All right, King Hawaiian bun, toast it up. Find you a nice small schnitzel here, right? Find you a good one. Put some spicy brown. Brown do for you. You can get on your sandwich. Boom. Put it on there. You don't want a whole lot. A lot of people don't like a lot of mustard, but hey. I'm gonna put a little more on there. Put some mustard on that one. Get another knife here. This is the horseradish. You really, really, really don't want to use a lot of this because it's very overpowering. So I just take a little bit on my knife and smear it around where you get a little bit in every bite, but not enough to overpower your appetite. Next thing you want to do, put that on there. Throw a couple slices of cheese. And if it's your thing, a little pinch of sauerkraut. I prefer Clausen brand, it's my favorite, but hey, you know, whatever you want. If you want to use this stuff in the can, you can. See, can. And there you have it, man. Deutsch bag sandwich. So I'm gonna build up a couple more real quick. Doesn't take long once all the frying's done. Why you always frying? Alright, let's see. We got some more buns over here. Got the bottom bits. Go ahead and slather them up with some mousse card. Get it on there. Get a little on there. Get a little on there. And smear it on. With a capital. Alright, capital for smear. Alright, get your mustard. Again, you can put it on top or the bottom. Hey, you can put it on both sides if you don't want to use horseradish. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You're the one eating it. Alright, put a little more on this one. Smear it around. Get you a nice little piece of schnitzel on there. Nice little piece of schnitzel. Oh man, my plate's too small for these little baby burgers. Alright, another little plate of schnitzel there. And you know what's next. Ooey gooey delicious cheese. Boom, boom, boom. I put 2 on that one because it's mine. I'm gonna serve up these other fellas some lackluster food because who helps me cook? Gordon, but he's off camera, so he doesn't care. Also, he can't say anything because he promised. So I could like talk bad about Gordon right now if I wanted to, but you know, we'll just save that to post on Eye on the County. That'll be in the not so blooper reel. We'll call it the for real, not the blooper reel, because it's a for real. What's happening? Pow. Radish of the horses. Pow. Radish of the horses. Pow. Horse radish. Gotcha. Alright. There you have it, guys. We got us a nice little plate of Deutsch bags. And let's see how everybody likes them. Check those suckers out. Alright. Gordon, cameraman, Johnson. That beef was so good. Hand me that. And try it. Y'all didn't even know he was here. So I mentioned it.
I'm gonna get the 2 cheese slices.
You better
no,
don't.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you better don't. Let's watch.
I don't want him to hurt me.
Try it out.
All right. So I'm not too keen on Germans. Actually, German chicks. Awesome. That was probably not the right thing to say.
Tessa's been living in Germany long enough. Does that make her a German chick now?
Yeah. I mean, to like live in New York, you only have to like stay there for 3 months or longer. Isn't that
cool
weird?
life story, bro. Eat your sandwich.
All right. This is terrible. You should not put this out there.
Gonna watch him chew for like 4 more minutes. It's so good.
I've been known to inhale. I might very well inhale this. This is fantastic. Oh my god.
Alright guys, well there you have it. As Gordon chows down on that, I'm gonna say our final farewell to you guys before the next time. As always, stay blessed to know we got our eye on the county, because that's what's up.
Dana Kirk Mayhall, attorney at law, has been a sponsor of Eye on the County from the very beginning. For all of your family and criminal legal needs, contact Dana Mayhall at 903-675-4529.